Welcome back, FPL managers. Before we dive into today's video, a quick reminder, if you enjoy the content, show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. It really helps us out and ensures you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. Let's get started. In this video, we will be looking ahead to the final game week of the 2023-24 season. Game week 38 and the final transfer of the season. But before that, let's take a quick look at how we did in the double game week 37. The bench boost was active, so everybody's points count this week. With 124 points and a -4, I have got a small red arrow to 25k overall. Ederson is the highest scoring goalkeeper of the game week with 13 points, but the decision not to sell him to bring in Gvardiol was one of the biggest mistakes of the season for me, as the defender scored 27 points by scoring 2 goals and keeping 2 clean sheets as well. And, also Ederson was substituted early against Spurs after a collision with Romero, and his face was swollen when the game ended. So, he might not play in game week 38. Arsenal kept another clean sheet away at Old Trafford, bringing their total to 18 for the season. Romero replaced Gusto in the team. Gusto collected 13 points, while Romero was a flop with just 2 points in 2 games. I didn't expect Tottenham to keep a clean sheet, I expected an attacking return from him, and he came close to scoring twice against Burnley, but he was unlucky. Hopefully, he might come good in his next game against Sheffield United away and make the transfer for him worth the -4 I took for him. Talking about disappointment, Son also underdelivered with just 4 points, but he had plenty of chances to score this week but failed to capitalize on the opportunities. Bringing in De Bruyne over Bruno and Foden is paying off since I brought him into my team. Neither player has outscored him in any of the game weeks. But he was substituted early against Spurs after a horrific tackle from Sarr, and Pep also gave an update. He said it didn't look good regarding the injury. Captaining Haaland was the only right decision I made this week. Although the Norwegian failed to register any attacking returns against Fulham, he came good in the second game by scoring twice and collecting 3 bonus points against Spurs, accumulating 15 points for his efforts. The shining star on the bench is Pedro Porro with 10 points, scoring against Burnley. The whole bench collectively got 20 points, which is not that bad. Let's now move on to the transfer plans for game week 38. I have 1 free transfer and 0.2 million in the bank, so I have limited options for transfer. If De Bruyne is confirmed to be injured, he will be the one to go for Saka. But until it's confirmed, and he will miss the match, I won't sell him. The current plan is to sell Gordon for Eze. With Villa having nothing to play for as they secured their spot in the next season of the Champions League with Spurs losing to City, they might be the perfect team for Palace to finish the season strong against. Additionally, Eze is the set-piece taker for Palace, which is why I prefer him over Alice. With that being said, this is how the team is set to line up. In goal it's Ederson. I know he was injured against Spurs, but I think he wants to play the last game of the season, so he might force himself into the lineup. However, I am hoping to hear some leaks confirming that he starts before the game begins. In defense, it's Pedro Porro, Romero, and Gabriel. Since Spurs are facing Sheffield United away, I am doubling down on their defense. However, both Porro and Romero are attacking threats, so it's not just about clean sheets with the Spurs defense. Arsenal has been a great source of clean sheets, and Gabriel has been a threat from set pieces, so he's a good option from the Arsenal defense. In the midfield, it's Palmer, De Bruyne, Eze, and Son. Palmer is the highest scoring player of the season with 238 points. It's an amazing achievement considering he was not a starting player for Chelsea for the first 6 games of the season. He has been a great cheap asset for this season, but I expect him to become one of the expensive assets in the game next season. I am hoping De Bruyne is back for the game, but I am not 100% sure, so he might leave the team if I hear something. Son has been in terrible form lately, with only 3 goals and 1 assist in his last 10 outings. However, he faces a Sheffield United side that has kept only 1 clean sheet the whole season, so hopefully Son can find his form against the worst defense in the league by far. The front 3 are Haaland, Isak, and Jackson. Haaland looks to find his goal-scoring form from last season after his return from injury, so I am captaining him again, as I said in the previous video, especially with City looking to secure the league title with a win against West Ham. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If I make any last-minute changes, I'll post an update on Twitter, so make sure to follow. I appreciate you watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. There is a lot of FPL content coming up, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out.